to, what are we, almost September? Well, by the time you guys get this, it will be. It's August 28th. It's a Wednesday, but we'll call it Test Equipment Tuesday. Who knows when it might come out? Well, they don't come out on Tuesdays, so that's a lose. But we got 2 trips today from Beaver Flats to Stack's Yard in Sylvan. And then there was talk of zipping on down to Acme to grab a propane bullet. We'll have to go back and undouble line and grab my low boy. We were supposed to do it yesterday, but there was some issues. I literally yesterday I came in, I slipped line. Well, okay, let's start off. I got a call like 9:30. We're like, yeah, we got some stuff. You go down to Acme for 3 p.m. Well, he said be on location for 3 p.m. So I thought I was grabbing something from Fraction and Lacombe and taking it down. But so I came in, slipped line, hooked up, pulled out line, took off, was headed to Lacombe because for some reason I always like to get everything fucking ass backwards. I was like kind of halfway to Lacombe and I'm like, yeah, I'm picking this up from location and taking it back to Lacombe, not going to Lacombe and taking a location for 3 p.m. So I make the call. I'm like, hey. And he's like, I don't know, let me look, because he just came on phone. So he's like, yeah, looks like it's pick it up from Acme, take it back to Lacombe. I'm like, fuck. So I checked out all the DOT hotspots and all the routes I took. There was none yesterday, but they've been blitzing like crazy here the tail end of, well, most of August. So of course they are, because they know that winter's coming. They're like, let's get this over with, guys. And I was just going by 11A exit and he texts me, he's like, sounds like we're on hold and they're having troubles. Can your turn signal be brighter than your headlights? Because I can't tell if you're turning. So I was just going by 11A, which is where I would get off if I was being canceled, and he text. It's on hold, waiting for a text. Shit, by the time. Okay, so I hit Highway 11, did the cloverleaf action. Started headed back towards the shop. I'm like, well, I was gonna have to stop and get fuel anyway, so I stopped, fueled up, and then by the time I was done fueling up, he's like, abort mission. I'm like, god damn it. I'm like, just completely just got all ass fucked, and then it got canceled anyways. Back to the shop, deck off, rolled in. It's like, well, I might as well clean this floor, so I cleaned my floor. Cleaned all my cleaning rags, and it's like, screw it, went home. Yeah, very uneventful yesterday, besides slipping line and cleaning my floor needed to be done. So we have the 24 mid, just got finished getting mended, I guess you can say. So from what I've seen, I showed it in a previous video, it looks like maybe some of the U-bolts were cracked, and then, not that I was driving fast or anything, but the amount of weight with the pump and then skimming across all those soft spots must have finished it off and broke the last U-bolt, or the existing 2 out of 3, because there's 1 on the torque arm and then there's 2 on the axle. And they're in there pretty tight, so they're really hard to see, to check in the morning, you know, right? When you're doing your pre-trip. Guy would just always assume that those are the last things you need to worry about, but something happened somewhere and they broke, and then it twisted, ripped off, 1 brake pot, tore the airbag, and I think it fuckered a bunch of airlines, because, you know, as soon as it happened I was like, psh, and as soon as I was taking off my tire chains when I got out of the R5 last time, I was like, shit, brake pot. And of course, I've already explained all this last time, so Yeah, literally decked off and left it. I abandoned ship, well, the trailer, and I bobtailed home. Get halfway out, and I'm like, oh, there was a pin-on pipe trailer I could have grabbed, and so I felt bad about that, and I'm like, well, I'm not going back now because I only had 4 hours to do a 3.5 hour drive. And really, half hour doesn't count because your log assumes it gives you the beep. You have an hour and a half left, but half an hour of that is supposed to be post-trip. I don't know. I don't get it either. Before at Cyprus, it used to dig me. I had an hour. I had that hour. So I've pushed it a few times here since we've had the new updates. And it's, I'm like, roll into Fox Creek from Grand Prairie after dropping a coil off, and I'm just like 120 bobtail, oh, and I'm like, look, I'm watching it. It's like 5 minutes, and I'm like, you know, 10, 15K out of Fox Creek, 120. I'm just like, I can do it, I can do it. Roll in, park, shut it off, put it in a personal conveyance so I could fucking park the truck somewhere. And it was like red flag. I'm like, god damn it. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to find that out the hard way. So yeah, truck's been a trooper. I think my A-box is getting a little tweaked, wore out, because when you have an auxiliary behind a main, you have quite a bit of free play because you have so much going on, right? So you'll notice that with any auxiliary, it's a little bit extra sloppy to where if you just had a main transmission, no auxiliary, you know, I don't know. Ever since 101, I've had something that's kind of like, you have to be extra on it, try to be smooth. So I'm just waiting for that unlucky moment when something else blows up. But we did do like 200-300 kilometers with the A-box and the fucking bolt fell out and all the oil drains. So grasslands to Fort McKay before I realized what was going on. It happened mid-drive, and then when I was getting fuel in McKay, I was just like, the trailer was all oily and wet, and I could see like down in the basket area there, I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked underneath and seen all the oil, and I seen like, oh, a bolt is missing, sweet. And the wing nut and all the washers I had on the wing nut saved the day, and I fucking put it in that cavity and bought all the, I think it was 2050 or 2040 they had in the McKay store there at the A&W, and I hand pumped it all in there, which was brutal. 5 jugs of it, and I was like, holy, this sucks, because you can't really get right beside it, so it's kind of hard to do. And it was winter. It wasn't super cold, but it was like 15 below. But anyways, we'll go out here, test equipment, maybe a side of propane bullet. I don't know, it's raining. Lease should be alright. They got a pretty good lease here. So, fingers crossed.
Something that I'm breathing, telling me to sleep in. Fix behind my lids like nothing gets done. Living by a bad truth, swallow it like who knew. Marching to the drums like pa 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 pa. Sliding by the beaches, gotta have a secret. Life is plain peaches, tell nobody my secret. Drowning at the teaching, gotta have a secret. I'm just a fake silhouette, avoiding every threat. I wanna stay like a silhouette, but I can't do that. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that.
väg hem. Det var mörkt och dimmigt. Jag gick förbi kyrkan och jag kände mig iakttagen. Inte på dig. Jag försökte skicka tankar till dig. Jag försökte ringa dig. Men du svarade inte. Så jag fortsatte gå. Det var länge sedan vi sågs.
Just 3/4 dry. We got wet again.
Ready when you are.
You good there?
Yeah, good enough.
Ross was just telling, he's like, supposed to get like 40 mils of rain. I'm like, 40 mils? It's not even a pint. Anyways, we're getting some rain, and a lot, all day. So that means rather there's gonna be some real shitty muddy days coming up, or some days off. I had to help Ross unload that. Because for some reason, one of the switches for the rolls is broken. I don't know. You know, one of these 10-minute fixes can't be done, so the next guy that gets to use it, you're fucked. So by himself, okay, could have tied off to something else, yes. But you have to get pretty close to tie off. It's just a huge pain in the ass. I'm like, it takes longer for you to probably tie off to something and hope you don't drag it. Just so you can get unloaded and then move over again and then get into spot, right? I got another cool story. So as you see, I have a torque wrench over there. So I had to retorque the 24 mid because it just got put back together after it had catastrophic failure, I guess you can say. Kind of disgruntled today. Like, you know, I could work other places where shit doesn't fall apart and break all the time, and maybe some people that care about stuff. And so I go to retorque, which is fine, part of my job. And the fucking, okay, did the outside rim, cool, no problem. Go to do the inside rim. First I park in a little bit of a valley like this, so the tire's too tight, I can't even get the fucking wrench in there, so I'm like, okay, super not cool. I move, because it helps me do my job, and then torque three of them, or no, I do two. I'm like, okay, a little loose. Go to do the third one, put the socket on there, and I'm like, I'm feeling around by hand because I can't see what the fuck's going on, and go to clamp down and torque it down, and it spins on the nut. I'm like, that just, I'm like, oh, I must not have had it on all the way. Put it on there again, go for gusto, spins off again. I'm like, oh, okay. Take the socket off. Or I took the extension in the socket off the torque wrench, put it up there. So now I'm feeling by bare hand. I'm like, these two motherfuckers are different sizes. 2 of the 5 on a Dayton that has wedges. 2 of the nuts are different sizes than the socket that I brought with the torque wrench, so you could probably feel my excitement as I'm out there in the pouring rain, retorquing it. I mean, like, huh. So I text dispatch, I'm like, super cool that I got nuts that are 2 different sizes and only have a socket for one size on a style of rim that's notorious for coming loose and needs to be retorqued. It's not even a question for me. Like, for me, retorque is mandatory. I don't fuck around with that shit. And there was a whole loop of conversation this morning, and it wasn't warm and fuzzy, I'll tell you that. And the person that overlooks the mechanics is like, well, how are we supposed to know who's taking out the trailer? I'm like, dispatch knows who's taking out the trailer. I don't know, this company lacks communication. Like, we can't just do 2 different size nuts and not let somebody else know, so the next person in line to use the trailer could get to know. Would be nice. I'm like, I have a 1-inch socket set, but guess what? It's the fucking size that doesn't come in the kit. So that even made me more fucking warm and fuzzy. Because I'm like, well, okay, maybe I got the socket. And 30 was too big. And then my next one down was 26 mil. And it was somewhere in the middle there. One was too loose and one was too small. And not loose enough that it would just barely work. Trust me, I tried. So, yet they want us, like, they start giving us, it's way over there in the corner, but winch log that we're supposed to do weekly. I'm like, what the fuck changes from week to week that I need to do a winch log? Checking the nubbin, checking the sling, checking my rigging, checking all that shit. I'm like, I've never done this. And I don't want to say I've never something else, because it jinxes the guy. But, like, fuck, man. You know when it's time to slip line. Shit does happen on occasion when, you know, I personally myself, no, I don't. don't think I've once broken my winch line, no matter what. I didn't want to say that because now it's gonna happen, but he who takes care of his shit doesn't have shit happen. We gotta go back for one more load. Hopefully it's still there. Because everybody was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Should I grab that P tank? I'm like, I'm supposed to grab the P tank. I'm like, I'm not coming back for pipe skids, you assholes. They'll probably fall in between the rims and tires, like the gap. So, of course, I don't know. Piss and moan, piss and moan. I'm a bit of a lake over there. This one's a little long. Along with that, it's probably just a little tall. Should have been on the scissor. Fucking droughts are brutal for lakes. Can't turn. Can't turn because my shit's too tight back there. My handbrake is extra grippy. Wet and soggy. Wet and soggy. No, my snatch is gonna be all in my shit. You got shit in my snatch. Fuck! Hello, medic. Gerald the Brawler checking out. Have a glorious day.
You too.
Once I dry up, and I hope I don't have to go to Artist. Three Hills. Or is it Aspen Leaf? One of the two, I don't know. Because I am fucking wet. Not from excitement either. Yeah, it was a little, I sucked it up too far. What the fuck's this guy want?
Just gonna double check the back door there.
Okay. Just wants to check the back door.
Hello, medic.
Go for medic.
Dane with Widows Tank Rentals. Done.
Thank you.
Done like dinner. Give her there, Foothills, if you can get out. It's checking over some stuff. You can go ahead of me. I checked the back door. Okay. I'm like, yeah, I might not have walked around. Play glad it's this lease, not some other lease. That other one we did straight at the top of the hill here had some swamp mats. The last time we were there, it was pretty dry. We did tanks and stuff. There was no video of that, or was there? I don't even remember. God damn it. Everything's blurring together. But yeah, if we would have been on that lease on top of the hill, it would have been bad. Because they pulled all the swamp mats. Ross is like, oh, I was thinking it was that lease. I'm like, aren't you happy it's not? These guys spent some money, but they're also punching a lot of wells right on one pad. Gonna be the one time of the year that I get sick. Fucking wet and cold all day. Guy needs to have a full wetsuit. Oh, now the rain's coming in on the inside of the windshield. Oh, I hate that. Only seems to do it when I'm sitting around. Oh, I made a mess. Fuck. But anyways, cool, we're out of there. Finest. You know it. Long bitch. mint. It's perfect. Last time I slipped, the wedges went crooked after I tightened it up. I don't know why. Had it all center when I set it, and then you suck into it while it's in the skirt, hit it with a hammer. It was just a little crooked. Was upset. you're probably wondering what the fuck is going on. So the whole yard grades down to that side. That's like kind of the only flat spot. Some rollers have lockers, which these ones do not. So they don't roll ahead. Usually they just end up getting broke because of some bullshit. Suspension rolls. So go down where it's flat, kick it back. Because once you get up here with having it that far up the trailer, as soon as you go back up, you might get it to go back. And then its momentum, it'll just go right back to the neck, and your winch is slack then, and your sling pops off. And then you're like, fuck. Then you gotta put the rolls down, get your shit out if it's all pinched underneath. It's gay. So unloading on a hill, uphill, is not recommended, but we got to do what we got to do. Just their little antennae. It's Bluetooth, so they know how much fluid's in the tank. It's quite ingenious. But if you don't take them off the tank, they ain't gonna be there when you get to here. Especially with the wind we had today. Another thing I could have done was just put it at the back and scissor flat. That's kind of a better alternative, but it's a little more pissing around. You know, we're all about not pissing around as much as possible.
Something that I'm breathing, telling me to sleep in.